Hello and welcome to another week of G-Man 8B recaps. With me, as most of the time, is Organized Crisis.
Hello. It's good to be back.
Yeah, he's no longer faking to be sick, so that's good for us. You don't have to listen to me talking to myself. And well, let's get directly going. Let's get the business started. Let's take on the first game where the Rulers of Transylvania took home a win over the Jungler Beats.
Yeah,
That's a little bit unexpected, but that's a good win for the Vebs.
yeah, that's a good job by Yoppa.
Let's take a look at the statistics. Yeah, we have a fair bit of blocks. Removals were about equal, so very interesting. Actually, the 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 vampires sustained more removals against them than the Amazons, so even more impressive that they managed to bring home the win.
Yeah,
They got 16 SPP in the process, that's not too shabby, and
well,
13 on the other side, that's quite well, it's quite good as well.
yeah,
Can't complain. So let's take a look at the rules of Transylvania, because they have a level up pending.
yeah, they do.
And it's on Count Rex the Handsome. Now, what would you give? What skill would you give to that handsome fellow?
Um, I'm not sure. I assume that Duke Able Cross is going to be the ball handler, so then I would probably give Mighty Blow to Countrex, making him into a killer.
Yeah, that's a sensible choice. I can very much agree with you. I could also see Dodge going well.
Yeah,
Getting a Blodge Vampire is great.
sure.
And yeah, real quite a few possibilities you could go with. So I let him surprise me. Do you think we will see another vampire?
Um, I do have 4 rerolls and I do have a bunch of pearls, so I think it's time for another vampire.
Yeah, especially with 220k in the bank, I think it's you can very much live with getting another vampire. And you have already 2 level 3 vampires, so yeah, I think it's
Yeah,
about time to get the fourth.
yeah.
I mean, you could also not do it and maybe just go for a stadium level and keep on going with 3 for a little longer, get them a little more development, but
I think it's time now, to be
okay.
honest.
If Organized Crisis says it's time, then it has to be time.
The thing is that you don't know how long your thralls will live. So basically now he got the money, he got decent development on the other vampires, and he got a bunch of thralls. So I think it's hard to find a better opportunity than this to get another vampire.
You do have a point. But let's take a look at the Jungler beats. And I think one of the line women leveled, Mulan.
Um, 3 ladies leveled up.
3 ladies leveled up.
Yeah, 1 blitzer and 2 line women.
The Blitzer got pile on.
Let me have a look here.
Yeah, I think it was the Killer Blitzer who leveled.
Yeah, exactly.
And the line woman, we got one who got block and one who got wrestle. I think that's very sensible.
Yeah, exactly. So decent level ups, decent skills.
Yeah, they have to start performing a little more, if we are honest. Like, the first and the second seasons are the strongest point for Amazons. And so far, it's not going great with a 2-0-4 record.
Oh,
Now, of course, I haven't watched any of the games. He might have been just a little bit unlucky there, Coach Watchtower. But if he's not starting to perform soon, he'll run into trouble because now all the P teams start to get tackle, get more block, and he doesn't have that much blodge. And
he
it,
did lose a line woman though. Bella died.
Yeah, sure, nobody cares about a lion woman.
And
50k.
Minnie Mouse got missed next game.
Yeah, I don't think he minds that. And it's still a decent looking team. He just needs to get some wins going.
Yeah.
Then what's the next game? Who do we have next? Bear Grylls taking home a convincing win against our friends.
Yeah.
Running loops around the Chaos Dwarfs, as it seems.
He did.
And let's see. I think Robin got block. Think that,
yeah.
and we
Robin
got a
leveled up.
lineman who got wrestle.
Gerard Depardieu, yeah.
I'm good.
And Toad of Toad Hole, catcher leveled up as well.
Yeah, he got block as well. So the team is starting to shape up quite well.
Yeah.
I'm rather impressed how Cornite keeps on finding good development games and even wins.
Mm-hmm.
Really can't complain about how the team is looking after how many games? I think 10 games now.
Yeah.
10 games Kislev team? That's looking good.
It is.
Like the only thing that's maybe missing is maybe a stat up, but all sensible choices here with 5 block, 2 dodge, 2 wrestle, and a mighty blow.
Yeah, it's a nice looking team.
Yeah, it's looking strong for the next season. Even in this season, it's looking strong. So
yeah,
let's take a look at Shores, who have been performing before this game themselves quite well. And Internet Explorer is still running around.
yeah.
Very much to my annoyance, but we will
Internet Explorer got the MVP as well.
clearly deserved. I'm sure he was the reason we lost. And well, with 45 blocks, the removals were quite even, blocks were quite even. Yeah. So it looks like a rough game for the Dwarfs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they only got 9 powers and 31 pushes. It's not good.
So if you're listening or watching classes, please fire Internet Explorer. Like removing 150k team value from a team, that's gonna get so worth.
Yeah, if you're looking at a 1,500 team value team, you're not fearing that it looks like this. You're fearing like 2 or 3 guard blockers, 2 or 3 mighty blow blockers. One of them has claw, some scary bull centers. That's what you're looking at if you're looking at a scary 1,500 TV team. Not.
Sure, it's nice to have a strength 5, but you don't really need it. It's too unreliable.
But, I mean, if he likes the Minotaur, who am I to talk him out of it? His record is still very much decent with 2-2-2.
The most important thing is to have fun, and if you enjoy playing with a Minotaur, yeah, go ahead. But if you want to play for victories and stuff, then I would suggest removing the Internet Explorer.
Next up, we have the Boro Boys taking home a win over the X-Men in tights. And
Yeah.
if you missed it, this game was featured live on Friday Night Rebbl. I didn't quite have the time to pay attention, but I think it was a deserved win for the Lizards, where the Nurgle just couldn't quite get the stuff they needed to get the draw.
Yeah. Which team do you want to start with?
Let's start with the X-Men in tights, because I think they managed to get a level up.
Yeah, they did.
I think they got themselves a mighty blow.
Yeah.
Indeed. See? As soon as you are prepared, I immediately know who leveled.
Exactly. I don't need to come prepared, because when I'm prepared, You know your stuff.
Obviously. I mean, clearly I always know my stuff, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's still a really decent looking Nurgle team for their development.
Yeah, and it's
And
always nice to have a mighty blow festival.
yeah, it helps a lot. They
Yeah.
were a little bit unlucky there with 10 more blocks, but they sustained a lot more removals than they did themselves.
Yeah, the Roger with the movement busts. Would you fire him?
Uh, at the moment, probably not. I'd probably wait until I kill a few more players and then fire him.
Yeah.
And just put him on the LOS or on the bench if you don't
Yeah.
need him, or foul with him. Like, the movement bust isn't that bad.
Yeah. What about the Niggle Roger?
Oh, is it the Niggle there?
Yeah. No,
Uh,
wait, it is not. It is not.
confusing me.
Yeah, sorry. It's just missing. But when we talk about Niggle Rogers, how would that work with the Niggle and the GK thing?
Not very well for that water. Yeah, Niggle would probably more be a reason to fire him.
Yeah.
Now, let's take a look at how the lizards are looking.
I got 3 levels ups.
Yeah, they now have a full lineup of block on their Sauruses.
Yeah.
And I think they got themselves a diving tackle skin.
Yeah.
Not too
That's pretty
shabby.
decent. No.
Still not a big fan of going with 2 mighty blows as your first, second levels on Saurus, but
Still, it's quicker to get SPP on them, though,
yeah, but
usually. So
I,
it's all about if he's going for the long run, if he wants to
I
develop his
think
team for the
utility
next
skills are
run.
still much more useful, like guard or tackle or even break tackle. They add a lot
Yeah,
more to the team than just getting more mighty blow.
true.
But I guess as long as it's only 2, that's just fine. But if it's like sitting at 6 mighty blow Sauruses, it's
Yeah, no, you should
it's
really get
just
some mighty blow and
unnecessary.
no, some guard. But yeah, decent looking team.
Indeed. There's a reason why he's sitting at the top.
Yeah. By the way,
Next,
what do you think about diving tackle skink? Are you a fan of that, or would you want something else?
I mean, the choice is basically between sidestep and diving tackle if you roll a noble on the first level. And if you when you have 3 sidestep skinks already, might as well get some diving tackle.
Yeah.
But in general, I prefer sidestep over diving tackle. Especially if the league is more bashy than agility heavy. And skinks just tend to get blocked when they have diving tackle and nothing else.
Yeah. True.
Then next up on the schedule, we have 4 2-0 wins. Is there anyone you would like to look at first? And I
Let's go
I actually
for.
don't probably need to ask since you're probably saying Knight saying knee anyway.
I was actually gonna say Burnside Boogeyman, but okay, let's go for Night Agni. Let's do the Knights.
Sure. Let's take a look at the Knight saying knee. How are they looking? Did we get any levels? I think we got some more dirty player.
We got 3 levels.
We got a sidestep on one of the blitzers, I believe.
Yeah.
And we got guard on the blocker and dirty player on the lineman.
Yeah.
I'm good.
And he got 1 blocker dead and another lineman dead. So, yeah.
Yeah, you can probably live with that if you get a win.
And another lineman got armor busted. Of course, number 3.
Yeah, but who cares? He'll get fired and everything's fine again.
Yeah, but still.
He still
2
has
deaths
100k in the bank. He has 2-player bench.
But
Sure.
still 2 deaths and one armor bust. You don't want that.
Sure, but it's unimportant players and you have the bank, so as long as it's not going like that every week, you can very much deal with that if you can get a win.
True.
So let's take a look at the statistics here for that game. Yeah, ball possession very much in the favor of the Breds, but the blocks
Yeah.
were quite even, and so were the removals. The Norse actually inflicted 6 injuries, which is quite bloodthirsty.
Yeah.
But the Breds were better at playing the ball, and so they got the win. Some
Mm-hmm.
very decent SPP for both sides. We have 16 for the Breds, and we have 17 for the Norse. So I think both coaches aren't too unhappy about the game.
No.
And Organized Crisis isn't unhappy either because he doesn't have to sing.
Yay! So Sandland continue winning.
Your time will
Or
come
or
where you
drawing.
have to sing. Your time will come.
I believe in Sandland.
So we have 2 levels pending here for the Norse.
Yeah. Ottar Ketilsson and Ottar Gauter.
Now, the fresh lineman probably. He has a dirty player. He could consider getting another one. He could also consider getting kick. I think the strength 4 piece is pretty sure tackle.
Yeah.
And
Unless it's a double, then maybe might lower guard.
if it's a double, then 100% guard in my opinion.
Yeah.
Since guard is really hard to come by, and you don't exactly need the mighty blow. Since you have a Yeti, you have the Berserkers.
Yeah.
You, for some reason, have agility 1 dodge Ulf, but
Yeah, I think I would. I think I would replace that one, but I don't know. Thing is that you don't really need agility 2 on the Ulfware, but the dodge skill is so much worse when you have agility 1 instead of 2. So, I don't know.
I mean, once you went for the dodge, agility bust probably won't stop you, but I still dislike the original decision to go with the dodge there.
Yeah.
Well, then let's move on to the next game you obviously wanted to go for instead of the Night Saying Knee. The Burnside Boogeyman losing 2-0 against the regular Rovers.
Yeah.
Regular Rovers continuing to perform, and they took some damage. I hope nothing happened to Chenebech fumble catch.
No. Only miss next game.
And nobody cares about Piers Brosnan, so yeah. Did we get any levels? We had the Blotch Ogre already?
No levels.
No levels. But we got a win, and that's what counts. That's what gets the points on the board.
Yeah.
But I think his next opponent will be happy that Fumble Catch will be out.
Yeah.
Because that's a pretty good catcher.
It is.
Let's take a look at the statistics of the game here. Armor breaks were quite even. The regular Rovers got 2 more injuries, but man, the Burnside Boogeyman got about twice the blocks the regular Rovers did.
Yeah, but the Burnside Boogeyman lost one of their best players, so.
Yeah, every time the Burnside Boogeyman have a crazy amount of blocks, but lose and don't really get that much removals.
Yeah.
I feel a little bit bad for them, especially since they now have 2 werewolves, but
True.
really decent amount of SPP for the humans. Let's take a look at how the Burnside Boogeymen are looking. Oh, they lost the white.
Yeah, Ravy Davy, the white with guard and dodge dies.
Ah, that's tough blow.
Yeah.
That will be hard to deal with.
Yeah.
And he can't even replace him.
That's even worse.
Yeah, this Necro team is still looking so meh for the amount of games they played. But I mean, it's starting to go the right way with 2 werewolves and
Yeah, unlucky that the zombie got the MVP. Would be nice
yeah,
to have it on
that's
the
never
revolt.
helpful. Did we get any levels?
No, no levels.
Rough time for Diosama, rough time.
Yeah.
Now, do you want to take a look at the Dirty Black Rats win, or do you want to take a look at the Rebbl Monster Universals win?
Let's have a look at the Dirty Black Rats versus Bilboku Bastarditos.
Skaven outperforming the Dark Elves. Let's take a look at how they're looking. Did we get any levels?
The Dirty Black Rats got a level on their throw on one
Oh, the
drops.
thrower, yes. They got accurate,
Yeah.
which is a sensible choice. You tend to use him as an actual thrower from time to time and not only as the ball carrier, so I like that decision there.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the gutter runners are looking good, the vermins are looking good. Got the thrower. I think this Skaven team is on a very good way. Not
But what
losing.
is it with this season that there are so many gutter runners with the movement?
Well, he had 2 at a
Yes.
time, so I'm happy that we are at least only looking at 1.
Yeah, but still in all the other divisions as well. So many gutter runners with movement upgrade.
Yeah, gotta kill
It's
them all.
insane this season.
Kill them all.
Yeah.
Then let's take a look at their opponents, who, as you said, couldn't quite keep up, and the guard probably wasn't that helpful against Skaven.
Oh.
2 runners. I'm still not the biggest fan.
Diego last leveled up.
Yeah, he got leader. I think then it's about time to drop one of the rerolls. Going with 4 rerolls in Dark Elves is rather aggressive.
Yeah.
And yeah, we have a movement buster blitzer, an agility buster blitzer, but you can probably deal with both of them, especially since they have guard.
Yeah.
Might be time to buy a second witch elf, but
I think it's
I'm
time,
not
yeah.
sure if that's the way to go when you have 2 runners already. You then go to 4 armor value 7 players, and you are already sitting at 12 players, and 2-man bench is quite steep for Dark Elves.
That's true.
Also, you wouldn't have any money to replace players. Maybe wait another game.
Yeah.
I think that's the more sensible choice to wait another game, especially since you want to get the first witch elf a level up quite badly, since she gets a lot better when she gets block.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe after you got her that level, then you could go for the second witch elf and focus on leveling her.
Yeah.
Man, you need to stop agreeing with me on everything. This is
No, but the thing is that I haven't played Dark Elves a lot, and there's a bunch of teams that I haven't played a lot, so I kind of don't want to give bad advice.
now. There's a very surprising thing here if you look at the statistics. We have 40 blocks from the Reds and 63 blocks from the Dark Elves. But we have only 1 KO inflicted from these Reds and only 1 KO and 1 injury inflicted from the Dark Elves. Like, I'm really surprised we had that many blocks in an agility mirror match, and that nothing broke is even more surprising.
That's pretty insane. Because there are some mighty blow in these teams. There are 3 in total, both teams combined. So, yeah, would expect some more removals, but yeah.
It happens. It happens. It doesn't happen
Yeah.
often, but it happens. Now, last match of the week was Rebbl Monster Universals taking home their 2-0 win against the Watch.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the arguably better looking necromantic team, and well, objectively better looking necro team, I think is fair to say.
Yeah,
They got a level.
they get 2 levels.
They got
Cheney Jr. and Lee. Leveled up.
Yeah, I like the dodge a lot. If you roll it on normal, that's a very sensible pick. And Garden the
Yeah.
White is a great pick as well. You maybe
Yep.
could have considered going with Mighty Blow here, just so you have a Blitzer when you don't want to use the Werewolf because you fear the Frenzy Trap or don't want to expose him. But Guard always helps as well, so really can't complain.
Agreed.
Well, as long as Organized Crisis agrees, then we're good.
Okay, I'm gonna start disagreeing with you then.
The Watch, after getting their win, sadly didn't quite get a win this time, and
No.
they decided to get another Mighty Blow. Now, I think Utility Skill might be more useful than the third Mighty Blow player.
No, I disagree. Mighty Blow is best skill.
God damn it. Always those bloodthirsty people.
I'm just messing with you. I just want to disagree.
I mean, that makes
Like-
for a much more entertaining conversation than just saying, hey, I agree with that.
The way I like to build my blitzers in an orc team is to have 2 killers and 2 utility blitzers. Basically.
That's very sensible. Like, I just really don't like it when someone goes with 4 Mighty Blow Blitzers, be it on humans or on orcs or anything. Like, why
Yeah.
would you need 4 Mighty Blow players? The opponent is not going to base 2 of your Mighty
No.
Blow players. You will only get to blitz with 1 of them. Like, getting 2 killers is sensible, since one of them could be out of position and not be in place to hit the good players. But why would you
Yeah.
need 3 killers this early?
And your black orcs will get Mighty Blow sooner or later either way, so
They won't! They will get block and guard! Nah.
no, but you go block, guard, and Mighty Blow, and then stand firm probably.
Yeah, something along that lines, but it's
Yeah.
still quite a far way away from the Black Orcs getting Mighty Blow.
Yeah, still. But if you want to build your team for the future, then 2 utility blitzers and 2 Mighty Blow blitzers. But maybe he feels that he doesn't have enough removals, and that's why he
Yeah,
want to
but
do
the
it.
guard will help you a lot more getting actually removal, since it helps you getting more blocks, and
Exactly.
well, it is what it is. And let's take a look at the leaderboard, where the Skaven are sitting at the top, closely followed by the regular Rovers and the Boar Boys. And those 3 were pretty much the guys we predicted to be at the top. Of course, they're with the Night Saying as well, as Organized Crisis surely wouldn't let me forget. And
Still
then,
no defeats. Never forget.
yeah. Well, I mean, the rest of the table is fairly close steps, so much competition there, but I think we have the 4 teams who will be competing for the playoff spot.
Yeah, Rebbl Monsters Universal.
Yeah, they could as well,
Yes.
but
Only 2 points behind, but yeah, I don't know.
yeah, I think at most I don't think any of the other teams has a reasonable shot at the playoff spot anymore. Like, sure, Kislev have been performing really well for being Kislev, but that's still as Kislev you're not expecting to win the first season.
Yeah.
Neither are you with Vams or Chaos Dwarfs or well, Amazons could make a leap if they start to perform, but I am not expecting it anymore.
No.
Then this week's games, week 7 games. Rulers of Transylvania against the regular Rovers. I'll have to go with the regular Rovers again.
Yeah, I agree. See, there I go with agreeing again.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Bilbo Bastarditos versus the X-Men and Tides. Now you'll have to go first, so you can't just agree with me.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to the X-Men and Tights, I believe.
Actually, I'm leaning towards the Dark Elves here.
Ah, okay, I am going for Dark Elf as
God
well. No, I'm
damn
just
it.
messing. I'm just messing with you. No, I
Lucas.
think the X-Men Intense are looking quite decent. And they beat the Burrow Boys, so
Sure, sure. Lucas tricks us against the Bear Girls. I'm going with the
um,
Bear Girls here actually. I don't think the block will help them that much anymore since the Kislev got a lot of block and some wrestle already. And then the Kislev just have much more potential than the Norse.
yeah, much more maneuverability and options.
The
In
watch
general.
against the jungler beats. I'm leaning towards the Amazons here. The the the, the orcs would have to get really lucky and roll some powers with their mighty blow pieces to do anything here, in my opinion.
Yeah, they don't have any tackle or anything, so
Rebbl Monsters Universal
watch.
against our friends. I'm leaning towards the Necro here. I think the Wolf will have a fun time. And, well, our friends is still quite bloaty, so
Yeah, I'm gonna go for the Rebbl Monsters Universal.
yeah.
So yeah.
I think the next one we will be split since I think the Burrow Boys will take this one home.
Ah, nice Amy. All day, every day. Undefeated.
Yeah, I think we will have a decent shot here in Yasing next week.
Ah, no.
And I think the last one with the division leader against the last place is also pretty straightforward.
Yeah, that's easily Burnside Boogeyman victory.
And that's it for this week.
Yeah.
Covered everything, all the teams, all the matches. As always, thank you for being here. And, well, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and see you next week.
Yeah, see you guys and good luck with your matches.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.